The wait is over. The reveal is here. You will wait no longer to find out where I got all of these amazing goodies. You guys, I am I'm probably more excited about this unboxing than I've been about any unboxing ever. I have been dropping little hints, and if you've been part of some of my Stampin' Chats and whatnot for channel members, I've been playing with this stuff, and I showed them so they know where I got it all, but I've been playing with stuff and making cards. I have got so many techniques for you guys today. This is a short video, but I've got distressing techniques. I've got 3 different ways to dye your stencil paste techniques. I have got so much stuff packed into one video for you, but I listened to you guys. A few months ago, I did a video for the Washi shop. They reached out to me and sent me some stuff, and a lot of you guys went crazy over the washi tape because the stuff is amazing. And the feedback I got from you guys about how you loved how much it was sticky and, you know, all the patterns, I knew you would love it. So I listened to you guys, and I know that the prices of this stuff, you guys are going to be so blown away.
A little different than all the rest. I quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage.
All of those, their sticker packs, less than $20. It's unreal. And I say stickers loosely. They are stickers, but you don't even have to use them as stickers. And most of them I didn't. Most of them I just kind of put them down with glue. I didn't even have to take the backing off or whatnot. You can if you want to. These are all stickers too. And I'm going to show you a pack that these all come in. And it's actually, this pack is on sale. I didn't want to put it in the video on the screen because, you know, this could be a year from now that you're watching this. But at the time that I'm recording this Life Adventure set is under $16 actually. So such a good deal. Now, this kind of made me a little sad. I was so excited to use this, but there was a lot of shipping issues with worldwide pandemic and disasters in British Columbia, Canada. So unfortunately, I didn't get the washi tape or the whole package actually until it was too late for me to make Christmas cards and whatnot, but I am going to use it next year. Now, this stuff, I am so stinking excited about this stuff. I mean, I am obsessed with these packs and these little vellum envelopes that they come in. I mean, look at those. You can save those, take them apart, put them on cards or whatnot, but look at everything that comes in one pack right there. And I've just taken some pictures from their website because, I mean, their staging is beautiful, much better than I can do. So I wanted to show you just a few of the elements and how absolutely gorgeous they are. There were way too many elements for me to ever use all in one video, but I am going to show you right after I show you these 8 packs. I am going to show you quite a few cards, and I've packed so many techniques and tips into it. You're not going to want to miss that. So enjoy watching me unbox all of these packs. I'm going to do it silently and play some nice music for you so you can enjoy and watch all the little things in there, and I'll just be quiet.
A little different than all the rest. I quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. I kept on looking as our eyes met and you saw me, and forevermore I'd like to share that vintage dream. And forevermore we're living in that vintage dream.
It's night in the city, and I'm on my way back home, humming on my favorite ditty, swinging like Natalie Cole. But then out of the blue, who strolls down the boulevard but you? Your place is closer than mine. Why don't we go there and have some more wine? 'Cause life is for living. Let's see where this all might lead. Let's see where this all might lead. Waking up to a brand new day in between your sheets, breaking up in the best of ways, and I'm back again on the street. Ooh, but then out of the blue, a wind starts blowing in ways so new. A world more exciting than mine is holding up a great big welcoming sign. Life is for living. Let's see where this all might lead.
Are your wheels turning and spinning with ideas of things that you guys can make with these cards? If they're not, they certainly will be by the time that I get through the end of this video and show you the samples and the cards that I made. But you can get individual packs, but I mean, look at that. 8 packs, all of them for under $40. I mean, you can't go wrong. You will have the best ephemera for all of your projects. Now let's put together some cards. I did pull out some retired basic gray paper, just because it was my go-to. I just loved my basic gray. So here, this is one of the easiest ways to stick vellum to cardstock. With the Xyron, I prefer that. Now, I am going to show you another way during the video. So if you don't have a Xyron machine, don't worry. I'm going to show you another way to stick your vellum. But look at how easy this goes on, right? So I used one out of the plants, the vellum from the plants. Now, I don't remember exactly which one came from which set because there were so many. And I basically just put all of my vellums together, all the papers together, and I just kind of separated them like that. But I am using a bunch of splatters. I'm using a biscotti mixture, the Perfect Pearls biscotti, and that's just with some heat protectant spray and a little bit of dye. So it's not in my sprays and splatters, but it's not hard to make up. So these inks here, now these are just reinkers, and I like to kind of mix them with different things, and that was my biscotti mix. But here, you're going to see me later wipe all of this off, dab it off of the vellum. The gouache mixture stuck, but the inks, the dyes didn't. So I've got a ton of pastes, and I like to put them on that chipboard with just a little piece of paper so I can put it on white and then put it on the chipboard, and I see it in 2 different hues, if you will, on 2 different backgrounds. But here, I want to work on some watercolor paper, okay? So I'm going to take another one of those vellum backgrounds, and I'm just going to tear it. And this is an old Stampin' Up! Background that I just ripped off the wood, and I keep it in a photo album. So I'm just going to put my ink on it, and I'm not even going to use a block or a positioner or anything. I'm going to drop it. Whoops. I'm going to ink it again because, you know, that's what happens. So I'm just going to ink it on here. And I think I even kind of did it like a double on there, which made it even more perfect because now it literally looks, it looks so stinking vintage. I just love that. I mean, look at that. That's all you got to do. And it doesn't matter if you have that background or not. I'll type it up in my blog which one it was, but you know what? It doesn't matter what background you have because I'm sure whatever you have is going to be awesome. And it doesn't even have to be a full big background. So this here is the vintage, I can't remember the names of all of this stuff, collage medium. And what I did was I painted it on half first, because when you paint this glue stuff on your vellum, it wants to curl like crazy. Trust me, I speak from experience. So if you do half, stick it on your project, and then do the other half, you're going to have a much easier time. And as you can see, I had to go in and just kind of, finesse it a little bit here in the corners and little areas, hold it down, and then that washes away with water. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, but be careful, because once you've washed it away with water many, many times, it looks like there's a little bit of Bailey's in that cup. Many times I looked at it and thought of Bailey's. So here, I'll link these sponge daubers for you and the little template thing I have in there, but I'll link them for you guys. I like to have one for all of them, because sometimes you just need a sponge dauber to get into those really, really tiny places. This is a Stampin' Up! Stencil. It's probably retired. Any stencil is going to work here for you guys. Don't stress about it. I'm sure whatever you choose is going to be perfect. I will link all of the colors that I used also down below. Every supply I use is going to be linked down below, plus all of the washi tape stuff. So here's one way to dye your paste. Okay. And this is just a matte, distress matte. Okay. Now that there is that collage medium. And I slowed it down there so you could see I didn't use an awful lot. I just wanted a little bit of a tinge. And then I'm going to go and put that over my brown spots. Now, I'm not going to cover all the spots I colored. I'm just going to cover a little bit. And I'm just going to basically go until I run out of paste, right? So that's one way you can dye it with the vintage paste there. That vintage paste is a must. Now here, this is my Distress Oxide. And that probably would have been enough, but you know what? I thought, I can pour some out. And then I ended up with enough for all of us. I mean, y'all could have came over. We all could have been mixing up this paste and sharing it. But I chose the colors that are in the piece, okay? So if you've got some oxide, because I'm going to splatter it with oxide, and I used the same oxide ink, so you can use any of that to dye them. Now here, if you don't have the spray and you don't have the other stuff, you just got the ink pad, you're in luck. Because look at that. You can dye your, what is that stuff? Distress paste matte. I'll link them below. But you can dye it with your oxides. And you could dye it with your regular ink pads as well. You don't need to have the oxides. Your imagination's the limit, right? Now here, I am going to use a little bit of that vintage photo, but I added some water. I needed it looser so that I could tap my brush and just kind of get it over there. And here I'm going in with the same things, the speckled egg, the biscotti mixture that I made up, the vintage photo, and this is like Christmas. It's so satisfying when you lift off your stencil. And I've got to say, this is my favorite out of all of the cards I showed you. I showed you the star first, but nevertheless, I've got all of those different splatters and whatnot that I've mentioned coming in here. And I'm just going to splatter it up. I'm going to give it a little spray there with my biscotti. And there's the finished card. I am absolutely obsessed with it. I will probably give it a forever space in my new studio that I'm moving into in a couple of weeks, but it will probably have a forever space there. So here's where I distressed up those. I distressed up those things and whatnot for you guys. And then I jumped to another card while those were drying, right? But I'm going to put the postage stamp on there. And here I wanted to kind of crinkle this up and make it look distressed. So I sprayed some water on it. And then I thought I had this really bright idea. I thought, I'm just going to squish it all up in a little ball and then it'll just unravel. But yeah, I cut most of that out because it was painful. It was very painful to unravel, and one piece came off that I had to glue on separately. So it was a little bit of a pita, but I achieved the result I was after. So there's that. Now here's where I'm kind of dabbing it with my baby wipe because the dye ink, the Stampin' Up! Water-based dye ink, it didn't stick. Now this stuff, this one is called Grunge, I believe, or Grave, that's it. It came in a little Halloween set. And I love it. I love the color of it. It's the perfect color to go on this piece here. So I'm just using another stencil. And I like to do it really loosely, like no rhyme or reason. And here I'm going to splatter it with the speckled egg. Now that's one of my inky oxides. I'll link the video for you down below, and on the end card you can make your own oxides. It looks really intense green. It's really not. It dries back totally different. And here I'm going in with a little rock candy because we need some glitter. And again, this is so satisfying. Oh, I love it. I love pulling the stencil off. Do you guys, is that not your favorite part too, when you pull that stencil off? So there's that one. And you know what? I don't even know what sentiment I'm putting on here yet. That one over there, I kind of did it off screen, but they're absolutely stunning and gorgeous. I love them. So there's a nice close-up of that card. And I've got a few other cards for you guys too.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore. So hard to find.
So many different great ideas and examples, right? I mean, the baseball card for masculine and that cheeky card with the, you know, vintage ladies on it. And on the inside, it'll say, "You're such a good friend," right? But that one's kind of funny. Now here, I had to pull out some of these little cupcakes because Dad loves cupcakes. And I think, you know, I'm going to give him a "Hey, sweet friend" card because he's my sweet friend, right? And this again is just some basic gray retired paper. And there's so many colors in those stickers that I'm sure you're going to find some background paper. And actually, I've got an unboxing coming up. So make sure you stay tuned for that, for background paper, because it's going to blow your socks off too. But those there stickers, I mean, you don't even have to stamp. Quick and easy card when you're in a pickle, and it is done. Bada bing, bada bam. Look at that. I mean, how awesome and fun was all of these elements? Let me know which ones you're most excited about. And until I see you again, take care and happy stamping.